a brand new city park that looks oh so nice. Some key walls along our railroad tracks and some new bridges that are hopefully going to start clearing up the traffic. And guys, look at this. Look at this. No queuing all the way back here. There's no queuing back here. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is this? Oh, it looks so good. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes, guys. Let's do a few fixes right off the bat for this roundabout. I realized while I was editing, and then a number of people pointed out as well, that if you're on this highway ramp and you are trying to get into our little public works area over here, you actually can't, because you have to take this exit and then you have to go down here, and you really have to make quite a bit of maneuvers to get around. So we're going to fix that by doing a few things. One, we're going to create a slippage road from this ramp, or this highway here, this ramp, onto over here, and then we can change around the lane mathematics on this roundabout so that hopefully we can fix some of the issues that we are seeing. So let's do that now. Let's go into our freeform. We are above node snapping, toggle road bending. That's perfect. And then we're honestly just gonna bring this over to about here and then down over here. Trying to make sure that this looks appropriate. Okay, cool. And now we can come into our move it tool. We can move this around so that it looks a little bit more natural if we can somehow select the right roads. There we go. And this is doing a weird thing. So maybe we take this, can we take this node out? This is giving us a little bit of troubles. So let's do this. Let's try over again. We'll go up. And then let's switch these so that they're going this way. And then we'll figure out some of our lane mathematics afterwards, but it will be all good. Perfect. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so then for this road, we still want to keep these 2 lanes coming into the public works area. So we're going to come over into our highways and go over to our asymmetric roads. And we're going to upgrade this one to be this way. Perfect. And now this lane can come right into this other lane, just like that. And then we can come into junctions really quickly. And we'll do this. Perfect. And then let's mark our lanes so that these aren't hitting each other. And then we can come over here into our 2-lane roads, upgrade this. Oh, this is on the upgrade this. Yes, yes, yes. And then we'll do the same thing for our asymmetric roads on this side as well. So we'll do like that. Perfect. And then we can square off these nodes as well so that they look a little bit nicer. We'll do that to both sides. And we'll actually move these around so that, again, it looks slightly nicer. Just like that. Perfect. So this is a 2, yeah, coming into a 1, perfect. And then this splits off like this. So for whatever reason, these are taking this longer route, which is really interesting to me. Don't know why that's happening. Ideally, you don't take this right here. So maybe so what I would really like to see here is cars taking both routes. I mean, ideally they don't need to take this top one, but it might happen, but that's okay. But as long as we do see cars taking this, then it should be fine. And for whatever reason, now these cars are coming around over here, which I don't want. Maybe what we do, just because the traffic doesn't seem too bad over here, is we add this lane right here. Okay, so it's kind of messy right now, but that's okay, because we can fix some of this just by pulling these, making these a little bit more of a sweeping motion. Perfect, just like that, just like that. Now this looks like it's starting to move a little bit faster. And then I think what we do over here as well is we turn this into a 4-lane. And the reason for that, I don't know why this is looking funky. We'll leave it like that. And the reason for that is that cars in this second lane can come onto, can exit out of this highway. Because right now, if you're in this lane, you have to cross all the way down here, and it's stopping a lot of that, the flow of traffic. So then we can come over here, and we can go into our lane markings. And we can fix some of these. So these will obviously do this. These can do both. And then these have to go, yeah, and then we can leave those. And then these will do the same thing, like that. And then we may have to add a node right here, and that will just be for switching lanes if you would like to. So ideally, these cars now go right through. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put, if you're in this 4th lane now, then you can cross through this intersection here, because we're not seeing a crazy amount of traffic on this lane right here, but it's kind of causing some pileup over here that we don't really love to see. And I think maybe what we can do over here then for that is we just make this an asymmetric road like this. That way there's only one lane over here for people to go through. And now if you're in either one of these lanes, you can come down here or you can go over. And then I think that should probably help with the traffic flow quite a bit. This seems to be moving a lot more right now because of that, which is perfect. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, looking at this, traffic flow seems to be moving in a much better direction. Awesome. Love to see it. We're going to slow this down to 1 because we don't want to do too much while we're over here. I don't want to ruin too much. Maybe what we do need at one point is a slippage road that comes into here, but we'll monitor our traffic. Right now we're sitting at 53, which is hilariously an improvement. We still have a lot of traffic over here, but that's okay. So while we're working and doing the rest of the stuff in the video, at the end of the episode, we'll come back and we'll look and we'll see how this is performing and we'll see how this is doing. Okay, so for today's video, like mentioned, we are going to be building a nice little park over here. And then we're also going to be adding some quay walls that go across or go beside this railroad, just so that we can open up some of this land for development. Because right now we just have this giant downtown, and I would like a little bit more connectivity in these areas. I think that would do quite well over here. So let's do our rail first. Let's come into our quay walls and let's find those. I always lose where these are. Aha, here they are. And we're not going to use our walkable quay walls or city quay walls. And the reason for that is I don't want people walking on these. So we're just going to use our regular ones. We're going to come into our parallel road tool, if I could grab it. And we're going to just do this on either side. Parallel these to about here. And now, so these are going to be 29 meters away. So let's bring these in much, much, much closer. Let's see. How is that here? That's perfect. And let's see, can we raise these up? I can't raise them up, which is kind of frustrating. And I'm wondering, is this too close? 12 meters. Yeah, I'm wondering what is considered. I think I'm going to go 12 meters. I think that honestly looks pretty good. Yeah, I think that does. So we're going to hit enter, and now we have our quay wall. Perfect. And now we can grab all of these nodes with move it. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to take all of these nodes and we're going to make them the same height. And then that height will be the height of this road across here, because this is all flat. Perfect. So then we control H to right here. Awesome. And now we have a quay wall. Maybe what we do, actually, let's bring this down a bit. Yeah, and we'll bring all of these down to about here. Perfect. And that's just because this is where the road is. I think that that looks quite nice. So now what we can do is we'll do the same thing, but on the other side. And actually, we can just parallel this one, I believe. Can we? Let's try. It works. And I believe it'll be 24 because 12 plus 12 is 24. Oh, it is. Perfect. Let's look at that. Let's make sure that this makes sense over here. Okay, so this part doesn't, but I'm wondering if we can invert it. So let's click it, and then let's see if we can... Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. We can take this out. Perfect. So now, on this side at least, we have a nice little quay wall that lines this railroad, which means that we can do some stuff over here, and it will just look a lot nicer. So let's grab this, and we'll bring this out. Let's see, brush size. For whatever reason, the ground doesn't want to move over here, which is very odd, but I can do this. Curious. Don't know why that's doing that, but that's okay for now. Let's come over here and fix this. So let's grab these quay walls. And let's see. We're just going to parallel it with this this railroad that's right here. If I can grab these nodes. We got one of them. Perfect. Okay, so this will be 12. Amazing. And we can't move this up, but that's okay. All right, so let's click this in. And now we'll grab these two nodes again with move it. And we will just raise these up. And I believe actually it's 3 nodes, is it? It is 3 nodes. All right, so now we have our quay walls up here, and that is looking much nicer. We do have this little fun thing that's happening across here, which I'm not a super fan of. Oh, it's because it dips down. Oh, I must have missed a node. Okay, so we'll control H this to this, and it's doing the same thing over here, but that is okay because we can actually take these nodes and push them down to the ground. And we'll bring it to about, I like how we're bouncing right now. Bring it to about there. We'll do the same thing on this one. This one actually might not need to go down as low. Because then we're going to bring down the grass over here. But let's bring it down to about here, just so it's under the road. It makes a little bit more sense. And then over here. Perfect. Cool. So one thing I do want to fix with these roads really quickly is these nodes across. So we're going to add a node right here, and then there's this node right here, which is already perfect. We're going to take this, upgrade it to be on the ground. Perfect. And then we're going to just take these nodes and we're going to drag them a bit. We'll drag them right here to where the bridge begins, and we'll do the same thing right over here. So now we have our bridge segment, but it makes a little bit more sense. It's a little bit smaller because that's where it is. We're seeing some stopping here. That's okay, because the only reason why it's doing this is because the nodes are so close to each other. And now you can drive right through. Perfect. Awesome. And we'll do the same thing on this bridge right over here. We'll take these nodes, bring them to here. We'll do the same thing here. Let's actually take this out. Perfect. Actually go back. Okay, and then we'll take this road and we'll just curve it in once again. Perfect. So now with this one might be a little bit more difficult to make perfect, but that's okay. Because actually I like where it starts right here. That makes a little bit more sense to me. And then right here, this might end up messing up a bunch of stuff, but let's try it anyway and we will see what happens. Let's upgrade this to be on the ground. I'm not sure I'm in love with this node, so let's actually pretend that we never did any of that. Let's come in here and let's take out this node. And now this whole thing's on the ground, but that's okay because we can just upgrade it to be above ground. Perfect. And yeah, Yeah, we were doing a bit too much there that didn't need to be done. So I think that this looks much better. And then let's come in here and let's brush this out. Actually, we'll take the height here and we'll bring this out to about here. And for whatever reason, this part doesn't want to look nice, which is slightly frustrating, if I'm being honest with you. So maybe what we can do here is bring this up a bit, and maybe that can help fix our problem. Let's try. This does not fix the problem. So be it, I suppose. That looks much nicer. Perfect. Cool. So I'm liking the way that this is looking. I think this is looking pretty cool. Yeah, now we have our railroad. It's making a little bit more sense. Let's see how this interchange is doing. Slowing down about here, but I think that's okay because there's just a few cars waiting. It's not a huge deal. Let's see how our traffic is looking way back here. Let's see if it's starting to clear up a bit. It does actually. Things are moving. Things are moving in the right direction. It comes all the way here now, which is really good. So hopefully by the end of building this park, we will see a little bit more, or a little bit better traffic flow. Let's see what we're sitting at. 65. Oh my God. We are pros. Let's build this park. So this is going to be, obviously, a city park. We are not going to have any, we're not going to charge or anything. I think that would be silly. What we will do, we'll come in here and we'll paint a district right off the bat. So park area right here. Yeah, we were thinking about doing like a zoo or a amusement park here, but I don't think we would have room. We might have room for an amusement park, but honestly, I think that would cause way too much traffic, and that is just not worth it ever. At a time when I don't even have, you know, I am already doing poorly with the traffic management. That is not something that I am prioritizing, to be honest with you. Okay, so we have our main gate here, and now we have a few small gates, or side gates, and we'll add our side gates around this. We won't put one here. Oh, and this has no zoning. That's why we can't place a side gate. Interesting. Okay, well, let's fix that. We'll put it right here. Wants to zone on the other side. Interesting. Okay, whatever. I just realized that spot was empty. Okay, so let's come back in here. We'll add another side gate there. Perfect. And do we want one over here? I'm actually thinking about, we may end up putting a side gate on this road right here. So let's come over here and let's just bring this just like that. Because I think it could be kind of cool to have an entrance on this side. And then we can have a path kind of come up and around. I think that could be really cool. Yeah, I do think that's pretty cool. And the goal for this episode, I would like to get this park to level 5, which is not a crazy difficult task, but you know. So we're gonna come up here. We'll come up. I don't want these to be, I don't want these slopes to be super high. So we'll come up 4 for now, and then we're gonna go up to 8 or 9, whatever. I don't know why that's like that. Like this, and then we're gonna come around over here, and let's turn off anarchy for this because we really don't need it. And then now this bridge is, I think it would probably be pretty expensive, but who cares, honestly. Perfect. And maybe what we do is we have a little gate over here as well. I think that could work nicely. And one thing I'm noticing, there's no people walking over here. Yeah, these people are all crossing, and I think it's because these paths don't connect. So let's connect these paths really quickly, and maybe that helps people walking across here. Perfect. Okay, so let's come back into our paths, and then we're going to come down. We'll come to about, let's say here. Cool. And then we'll come right in here. And let's really quickly, before I forget, I would like to check out what these slopes are. So this is an 11. That's pretty crazy. Let's bring that up to a 6. Okay, what is this slope looking like? That's a pretty crazy one. Oh my God. How? It actually doesn't look that crazy when you're walking it. I feel like there's some slopes in city parks, like in the city that I live in, that kind of is this steep. So we're going to leave that. I think that's fine. Over here makes a little bit more sense. Let's come in here and we'll just, perfect. Awesome. And now let's connect up all these other ones. So with our freeform tool, we'll come around and we'll probably move some of these rocks as well. So let's just do that. Let's move them where I think would make sense for them to be. And then if we have to move them again later down the road, then we do it. These giant rocks I think would be really cool. And realistically, you may see like in the real world, people playing on the park, like kids like jumping on them. So we won't put them super close to dangerous areas. But yeah, cool. Bring this over here, and then this will connect up there. We have anarchy off, which is awesome. Perfect. And then, like I said, I do want some side gates over here. So let's put those in now. Perfect. I'm liking the way that that's looking. And again, we can also come in here and change around where these are if like we can't fit certain amenities in here. The only thing we haven't unlocked is this trampoline park, which is pretty awesome, to be honest with you. So let's start placing stuff. We have our park plaza. Let's put that in now. I would like this to be right here, as this is like the main gate. So this would be kind of where you go. Awesome. Let's put that in. And actually, while I'm looking at this, I want a path that kind of comes across here. So let's add one right in now. Let's do... Perfect. Cool. And I'd like to fix this node a little bit. The same one over here. Cool. Awesome. And let's add some more. Let's add a park cafe. I think that could be really, really nice. We'll put one right there. And we'll put one on the other side as well, because these will be pretty far from each other. Let's put it right there. And then I want 2 washrooms as well. So we'll put one washroom right here, because that makes sense to me. And then we'll do one washroom on this side as well. Awesome. And then a park info booth. And we'll put this info booth right at the front right there. And then we have this chessboard. And I'm going to use, I'd like to put this chessboard right here in an attempt to jump power. Hopefully that works out well. And then we have these gazebos, which we don't need right now. Let's see how our power's working over here. Where are we? We're right here. Awesome. It's looking good. Okay. So now we have this climbing frame, which is quite fun. Let's put this farther away from this arterial. Let's put it right over here. And then we're going to move it using move it to over here. And I could have honestly just used anarchy to place this, but cool. Now let's see. Like I said, I don't really want people paying for this park. So we'll put that all the way down. Entertainment to the next level. So we're good on entertainment. And now we're just waiting on visitors at this point. So let's see. Let's go main park. We don't need to, let's do an advertisement campaign for now. We'll do celebration. We'll do night tours, recycle garbage because it's, our main city park. Amusement park buildings are maintained super well. Let's do even more fun as well. Let's do it all. We don't have any animals, so we don't need that. We won't do fine for fireworks. And perfect. So we're level 2. That's awesome. We can get to level 3 as well. So we're just going to kind of wait for this to happen. We're going to, yeah, let's do that. We're starting to see some traffic over here. That's okay. Some of these I cannot wait for Cities 2. If you've been watching the dev diaries and everything, one of the main things I'm excited for is using all of the lanes. Cannot wait for that. Like these cars, for whatever reason, are going into this right lane and then driving straight through here and just causing traffic for no reason. Just very excited for that to finally be addressed. That's going to be quite nice. Okay, so now we're seeing some stuff over here. These cars are stopping for some reason. Let's stop that. Let's make them go through. Let's see if that helps fix that problem over here. The problem is we have so much traffic happening, or so much traffic backlogged, that now when it's coming into our city, it's causing problems because there's so much of it. Whereas I feel like if it was like, if we just had normal amounts of traffic, then it wouldn't get so bad. I mean, that's just my theory. Who knows if that actually makes any sense. Let's see over here. These cars are waiting. That's fine. They're coming over here. Yeah, I think we just got to wait for it to kind of play its course, honestly. Yeah, cool. Oh, and this is a bus stop. Is this just a bus stop? Did I just place that perfectly? I did. Wow, that's fantastic. I love that. Cool. We're seeing some absolutely crazy foot traffic in here though, which is awesome. Absolutely love to see it. Really, really cool. Awesome. So really quickly, we're gonna come in here and I'm just gonna fix some nodes to make them look a wee bit nicer. Cool. And this kind of wraps around. I'm loving the way that this is looking so far. So we're only waiting on one building, which is gonna be the trampoline park. Let's add some gazebos in here as well. We'll up our entertainment value. Nothing crazy, just, you know, a little bit. Maybe we put a gazebo right over here as well. One little attraction over here. I think that could work fine. I really just want to fix up these nodes. Oh, maybe I can't. That's fine. Cool. I love how many people we're seeing in here. It's insane. Okay, so let's go to a 4. Let's see, 12, 11, 12. So that 11, 12 entertainment is what we need for a level 5 park. So let's come in here and see. We have 880, 855 or 856. So we need 1120. So let's just put some stuff in here and get it up there, shall we? Let's see. Let's add another plaza, because why not? We have a chessboard over here. Let's put a plaza right there. Very, very nice. Does it have the entertainment? It does. So these are 50, 50, 10. Washrooms are 10. Info booth is 20, 70. So let's put another chessboard down, shall we? Do a chessboard right there. How much are these? These are 50, 50, and then the gazebos are 60. That's insane. So we could literally just litter these around and gain a bunch. I know that seems kind of cheap. I don't love the idea of doing that, but if you need to, then you need to, I guess. Let's put one there. Let's see what we're at right now. We're at 1006, so we need, what, about 100? So if we put 2 gazebos down, then that should do it. We already have a climbing frame, so we don't need that. These don't add any entertainment value, which kind of sucks because that could be a much more realistic way of doing this. Yeah. Let's add a little area down here anyway. So what, we need 100, right? So I believe we have 2 cafes already. And these side gates are also plus 25. Wow. Main gate, 50, 50 side. Makes sense. Okay, so let's add 2 more gazebos, even though I don't love the idea of just littering these around. We'll put one there. We'll put one here as well, and let's make sure. Okay, so now we're at 1065. That's weird that that's going up and down. That doesn't really make any sense to me. Maybe we do, I don't really know why that's doing that, but that's fine. What I would like to do over here, while we're waiting for this to level up, let's come over here and let's add like a little eating area. You know, like we'll add some food trucks over here. It'll be a nice little time. I know that they can't actually use these areas, which kind of sucks, but you can't see that from far away. And I would like to make these line up with the path a little bit more. Perfect. We'll come up about here. Awesome. And then we'll flatten this out up here. Bring it there, bring it up. Awesome. And then let's do one more, just for good measure. Perfect. Cool. Now let's come in here and let's put an ice cream van out. Now let's make this like a nice little area. Put on our pop soda. Then we have this nice food stall, and we'll put this right in the middle, right about there. And then we can come, these are sandboxes. Oh, that's kind of fun. An old cannon. And then we'll put in some tables. So these are actually, it looks like they're chessboards. So let's not use those and say we did. Maybe we can put those elsewhere. We'll come in here and we'll put some picnic tables down. Cool. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. What we will do over here though is we're gonna go into our invisible paths and we're gonna put some paths along here. And we'll take off all of our guidelines. So now it's gonna look like people are actually walking around over here. And that's super ugly. Don't love the way that that's looking. We'll do the same thing on this side. Perfect. And I'm wondering Ah, that's so ugly. Can we do anything about that? This node right here. I don't know if we can. I just hate the way that that looks. I think that that looks awful. No. Doesn't seem like we can. All right, well, that's fine, I suppose. The good news is that we can level up to level 5. We just have to wait for our total visitors to go up. And let's see, I believe the visitors that we need is like, what, 10,000? Yeah, so it's funny, even Valley Garden, which is not a name that I chose, doesn't even have 10,000 visitors. And it is like obviously in a little bit more of a rural area, but even still, we have a lot of people coming in here. It seems like our traffic is a big part of it. It seems like people are coming in here. Let's look at it. So we got an average traffic flow of 67, and it's right over here. People are turning in here. That's like a major movement. That's okay. This is looking much better. This is starting to pile up a little bit, but I don't think it'll be anything too crazy. We do have some people look like they're coming up into this lane and then turning in here, which is an interesting movement that doesn't really make any sense to me. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Hopefully this will clear itself out. It is moving very slowly, but it is now all the way over here. So it is coming down. I think it'll just be time. All right, so this almost level 4. That's awesome. So let's wait until, oh, cool. Now we're level 4. So now we can get to level 5. We just have to wait a while. So hopefully that happens sooner than later. And in the meantime, we can come over here and let's add a few more connections across here, because that actually, now that I think about it, might help these areas a little bit. So this rock, let's move all these rocks into the park. Let's do it. We'll come over here, make sure that these rocks aren't clipping anything. Looks like they are. That looks better. Perfect. I moved this one in. Perfect. Bring this a little bit closer here. These two rocks right beside each other, but that's okay. Cool. Awesome. So this is a Rocky Park. If you have a name for this park, leave it in the comments. Let me know. That'd be fun. Cool. Okay, so now let's come over here and let's add some of these connections. This comes here, this comes out. So let's cross. Come here, and then we'll go above ground to over here. Perfect. And we'll do the same thing on this side as well. I see why that wasn't working. Perfect. We'll come out here. Awesome. And then we'll change around some of these nodes so that it makes a little bit more sense. But for now, I think that is okay. And maybe what we do is we take these out and then we come in here. And for whatever reason, I don't know why these don't line up perfectly, but it's fine. Perfect. Awesome. And then now let's take these nodes. We'll bring them in to about here. We'll do the same thing on this side to about there. Perfect. Let's do the same thing up here. Perfect. And then we can actually move some of these as well. So, perfect. Awesome. Cool. Just a little bit of work with these roads, making them look a little bit nicer. Perfect. So now we have it. Now we have a little bit more connectivity across here, which I think is going to be important. It could really help. What do we got going on? Does this road make sense? I think it does. I don't think we need it though. So let's actually take that out. Perfect. So again, just a little bit more connectivity through here. I think that could really help. Maybe we do another road over here. Meet up over here. I don't know if that would make sense, but the main thing that I'm trying to do is just alleviate the one way to get into the city. Now, hopefully we have a few other ones, and let's actually do that. Let's do it with this road though. So we'll bring it down here. We'll go above ground here, Now we'll go back down and we'll come into here actually. And let's do the same thing over here and then we'll come up here. Perfect. So now we just have a little bit more connectivity down here, which I think is going to be really important. And bring these crossings in a little bit closer. Perfect. Awesome. And now let's connect some water pipes under the road where apparently they belong. And we are going under... oh, look at this. We are going to be going under the railroad, which may not be the most realistic thing in the entire world, but so be it. Perfect. And now let's come in here, and these would all be... We actually, let's add a fence across there, because that would make sense too, before we do this. But these would all be our low density, right? And then across here would be the beginning of our high density. Like this right here. Look at this tower. Perfect. They all look the exact same. I really hope that's not the case in Cities 2, but I suppose we shall see. So let's look. Suburban fence. I think we might use... Actually, we should probably fence in this area as well. Our park. I get so sidetracked. My apologies. Let's see. We're almost at level 5. That's awesome. Okay. Fence, 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 fence. Forestry fence. Zoo. Do like our oil fence. I think we might use this park fence, to be honest with you. We have all of these guidelines off. Perfect. So we'll just bring a fence across here. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we are seeing a little bit of backup here, but that's okay, because that will happen. Our traffic flow is actually getting better. We're up to 73%, which is amazing, seeing as how we were down super low. Like insanely low. Cool. So now let's come in here and let's put... Oh, we don't need any over there. Let's put some houses over here. Not do any on this road, actually. Let's not do any on this road either. But these roads can totally have houses on them. Just some low density. Just a little bit, you know? Something small. We won't do anything up here yet, but we will do the same thing because, you know, we are going to continue our grid all the way across here. But I think that that's okay. Now, before we go, while we wait for this to level up, let's put some fences around here so that it's a little bit more safe. Look at all these people over here. I love to see it. Let's bring up, where is this guy? Let's turn off collision for this. Famous last words. Come up over here. Perfect. So now we got a fence around our park. Looking really, really nice. Cool. Cool. And I love the utilization over here. Now let's put down some trees. Let's go into our forest brush. We're going to go strength all the way down, size all the way down. And let's just sprinkle some trees over here. Maybe we turn the strength, the size up a bit, and we do the same thing. And nothing crazy, just like a little bit of trees. You know, ideally you still can throw a frisbee around, you can still kick a soccer ball, you can come over here and you can work out or something like that. But, you know, just a little bit, right? So if we were to grab the perspective of Tony Williams, a low wealth teen, looking around, yeah, perfect. Look at that, really nice. Look how big that rocket is too. Cool, awesome, awesome. Love to see it. Cool, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wait until this gets to level 5, which will literally be just a couple seconds, and we'll add our final building in here, and then we have our park complete, which is awesome. Look at this traffic flow. Oh my God, 77. Looking really, really nice. It is a little bit busy down here, but it's not as busy as it has been in the past. And I think that that's really important to remember, to be honest with you. So it seems like, oh, that is awesome. I'm just so excited about this. Yeah, so a lot of traffic comes down here. I don't know why they're stopping here. They are. I don't know why they're stopping here, actually. I did get one comment, and it was basically somebody just saying like, hey, remember to make smoother roundabout transitions. So that's what we're just gonna do really quickly. We're just gonna come in here, make these roundabout transitions just a little bit smoother. Perfect, awesome. And maybe what we do over here is the same thing that we did over here, which is just coming in here and making an underground tunnel past here. And the reason for that is, oh, 6. Oh, that's why we're doing units of 3. Let's do units of 4. Perfect. We'll come across and then we'll come up. So this one will be a little bit steeper, but that's fine. Oh, awesome. And we're level 5. Perfect. And the reason why we're doing this is just in case you're on this side, now you don't have to come and busy up this intersection over here. You can just go right under the tunnel. And that's, I think that'll be a lot better. Perfect. So this is, traffic flow is looking a lot better. We're sitting at 74. There are obviously some things that we can do, and we will do those in the next episode, but it's looking much, much, much better. Like this, I'm blown away. This looks so much better. We were thinking about adding some more one-way directionality in this area, and this is clearing up too. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, so let's add our final park building, and then we are good to go. We have our trampoline park, and I thought it was going to be much larger, but it is not. Oh, and it wants to snap to one of our invisible paths. That's okay. So let's put it right here. Perfect. Awesome. And of course, we have collision on, or off, or whatever. So let's take this. Oh my God. I said it would bite us in the ass, and it did. And let's put it right here. Perfect. And really quickly, I want to add a few trees around here. Not looking like it wants to. Too much over here, but that's fine. I'll just do it manually. The good old-fashioned days. Perfect. And actually, I do want to delete some of these because there's too many around here. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And now add just a few more. Perfect. Awesome. Loving the way that this park is looking. I think it looks really nice. Our traffic is okay. It could be better, but it will be better. There are a few things that we can do. By adding more connections through the city, that will really help. Like this area used to be busy, now it's not. This traffic it's not lining all the way back, which is a really good sign as well. Things are looking like they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. Guys, that is where we are going to end it. If you made it this far, you obviously liked the video, so like the video. If you loved the video, subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments section if you like our park over here and what you want to name it. Anchor Park is a super lame name, so let's come up with something fun. Let's come up with something unique. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.